I'm alive because I'm drinking from them living waters. Right. I gotta get his knowledge to my son and my daughters. Right. My bro Swoley called a play, and I'm Clinton Portis. Running back them precepts because you know I'm in order. And they don't know I've been through so much.
Right, so the Bible had to be written in Spanish so you can read it. Right, so that's an example of what you're talking about. The Bible was rewritten and rewritten. The Bible is it's just translated into another language. And if you could read Hebrew, we'd be out here in the Hebrew reading you the Bible. Because all this English goes back to the original language, Hebrew and Greek, right? So we can go into the Hebrew and Greek and see if what the Bible is saying in English is true, or if the translations have been changed, right? So you said which Spanish country are you from? Nicaragua. Zebulon. You would be an Israelite of the tribe of Zebulon, according to the Bible. The conquistador called you Nicaraguan. You understand? You will be God's chosen people. You got to come back to the Lord, repent, say, God, forgive me for all this wickedness that I've been living like the white man for all these years, and keep the commandments of the Lord. Because Jesus is not coming back to save sinners.
That's right.
He's coming back to kill sinners.
That's right.
You understand? And all of the other races will be slaves in the kingdom of heaven. That's called justice. Huh? No, black people will not. Well, them Africans that let donkeys piss on their face and all that kind. You know how some of them African cultures is. Those are Hamites. They don't come from this. Just because we have dark skin doesn't make us the same people as them. You understand what I'm saying? So you are the same family as me, even though I'm a lot darker than you are, right? If you look at this sign right here, we have people that our people are all different shades and colors. This is not a color thing up here. This is about your bloodline. What the conquistador, what the white man did to us, they did all that to us because of what we look like.
That's right.
Now us getting justice is for what they've done to us.
That's right.
Not, oh, no, you're just like them because you want justice. No, they did that unjustly, okay? So look into the... Exactly. And we want to be equal to somebody. Now we want to be equal to somebody that we're better than. Go ahead.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 68 and verse 11. The Lord gave the word. That's right. Great was the company of those that published it.
This is for the people that say, where the Bible come from? The Lord gave the word. And great was the company of those that published the Bible. Right? When this Bible was comprised, there were a lot of Hebrew and Greek scholars that came together to make sure that this translation of the King James was accurate and precise to the best of their ability. And then we still got the Hebrew and the Greek to go back to if they was wrong. If something don't sound right, we can still go back to that original language. All Caucasians will be slaves in the kingdom of heaven when Christ returns.
Right.
You'll get your legs back and you'll be in the cotton field.
That's right.
Okay? You'll get your legs back and you'll be in the cotton field, okay?
That's right.
No buggies in the kingdom of heaven. You don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell. The time of slavery. Yeah, you damn right. Your old crippled ass will be in the cotton field, my cotton field, hopefully, picking cotton from sun up to sun up.
That's right.
Until your back is, you already did. You already did. It's called justice. And then your back will be peeling in the sun, and then you'll be crying, and you'll go to the shack, and then we'll wake your ass up as soon as your eyes close to get back to work again. Just like y'all did us. Just like y'all did us. We're about justice up here, and so is our Lord and Savior.
That's right.
If y'all think Jesus Christ is going to let what y'all did to us sweep under the rug, y'all done lost y'all damn mind.
Right.
If y'all think all that rape, robbery, and murder and oppression that y'all have done and y'all benefit from today is just going to be swept under the rug, you done lost y'all damn mind. Do you have a question? Don't touch her. Don't touch her, Akeem. Slide to the side. Hold on. Slide over. Let me talk to her. Let me see what she has to say.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 2.
These are God's words. Now, you're not speaking God's words. We're going to read them. Go ahead.
Actually, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them.
The house of Israel shall what?
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
For what?
For servants and handmaids.
Right.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. oppressors.
Hey, that's out the Bible, man.
That's right.
We're going to take them captive, whose captives we were.
That's right.
Bring it
And
out.
we're going to rule over our oppressors. That's talking to us. We're going to take them captives, whose captives we were, and we're going to rule over our oppressors. Thus said the Holy Bible.
That's right.
Everybody's a Christian till these pages start getting read.
Bring that out.
Everybody believes in God. Everybody believes in the Bible till we start reading these scriptures, man.
That's right.
And you find out, oh, everybody can't be saved. Oh, I really do got to stop eating pork. Oh, I really can't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. Oh, I do have to grow my beard. Oh, the other nations will be slaves in the kingdom of heaven. Now you don't believe in the Bible no more.
Right.
Because of what Christianity and white supremacy has done to you.
That's right.
White supremacy has done a number on you so bad you don't even want justice for your people or your ancestors, man. Look at what has happened to blacks and Hispanics all throughout history by the hands of these other nations, man.
Right.
How weak have our people become, man? Now you know good and well God wouldn't want us talking like that to people. Man, Christ called a woman a dog in the Bible.
That's
Christ
right.
called people vipers and vipers. He's flipping tables, and y'all don't know the Christ of this Bible. Y'all don't know the Jesus of this Bible. Y'all know white Jesus, Cesare Borgia, the sixth son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome. That's who they painted to look like Jesus.
Right.
Pope Alexander, Cesare Borgia, the second son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome. He's the one that was the homosexual, not King James. He's the one that was that. He's the one that slept with his sister, not King James. Y'all have a messed up idea of what God is and who He is and what He's about, man.
Right.
Jesus, the God of this Bible, Jesus Christ of this Bible, Yahushua of this Bible, He's about the liberation of you blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans.
Right.
Right.
That's what this Bible is about. It's not about Him loving the slave master. That's not what the Bible's about. Loving the damn slave master and letting them beat your back for another 500 years, and that's how God's going to love you. No, that's not in there. It's not in there. But if y'all read it or y'all listen to some people that have read it, then you would know this. But y'all rather believe what you want to believe so that y'all don't have to change. When we start dealing with these pages, that means you got to change.
That's right.
When we start reading in this book that in order to get the kingdom of heaven, you got to keep the commandments of God. Thus saith Jesus Christ. Y'all want to say, no, the commandments are done away with. Give me Matthew 5. Give me Matthew 5. And give me 19. Yeah, 5. Matthew 5 and 19.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 19. Salakia. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
Now, in the Bible, we're reading that whosoever is going to break one of the least commandments of this Bible, and you teach people that you don't have to keep the commandments of God. Read on. What's going to happen?
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them,
But whosoever shall do and teach them, like these brothers you see up here, we do and we teach you that you have to keep the commandments of God. Read on.
the same shall be called great.
The same shall be called what?
The same shall be called great.
The same shall be called great. Read on.
The same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Now the same is going to be called great. That's our hope. It's to be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
That's what we're doing and teaching the commandments.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles.
Hey, now the Gentiles is everybody who's not black, Hispanic, Native American, or Seminole Indian. You would be a Gentile in this context. Read on.
And into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Now this is, he said, go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. This is our commands that we got from Jesus Christ. He said, don't go into the way of the Gentile. but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. How do we know who's lost? Whoever calling themselves a color in a crayon box, they're lost.
Right.
Whoever think that they're home.
Yeshua came to this side of the earth, he pillaged, enslaved the inhabitants of the land, right? Right? He enslaved people in South America, Central America, and in North America. And he brought people from the west coast of Africa to this land, right? Do you believe that? You believe that? Have you ever read that in the Bible? Where'd you read that at?
If you read the New Testament, like that was 17,
13?
so 17, 27, they say, when somebody teaches something, you gotta go home and you gotta read it.
Talking about this.
Yeah, the New Testament.
So
I'm a Christian.
you're saying to study to show yourself approved. But how do we know that this is not the Messiah in the Bible? How do we know that? Revelation 1, and give me Acts 13 and 1. So we're going to read something to you. This is how we know, right?
Are you, I don't know, are you like Christians?
We are Israelites, not Muslims. Not Muslims. We're Israelites. The Bible is written by Israelites. The Bible's not written, it's not a universal book for everybody. This book was written by one family and was passed down to that family. Right? This is all a whole family. These are all 12 of these tribes are a family. The Bible's not a religion. The Bible's not a universal book. Every book in the Bible was written by a family member of an Israelite. That's it. Nobody can come against that. You can try to bring Christianity into it all you want to. It don't work. The Bible was written by Israelites. Period. Right? So listen to this.
This is the book. Yeah, this is the book of Acts chapter 13 and verse 1. It says, "Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene and Manan, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul."
Right. So the prophets and teachers in right here in the New Testament, Simeon is talking about Peter, was called the black man. Right? Right. So that being said, nobody taught us that in church before. Nobody told us that these people were not these people. Right? Now we're going to read something else. Let me get to Revelation 1. Listen to this. Verse 1 first.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ,
This is the revelation of Jesus Christ.
which God gave unto him, to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. All right. I go to 14. Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Right, so this says Jesus Christ, his head and his hairs was white like wool. We can look at this image, and that ain't it, right? Let's keep going.
As white as snow.
His hair was as white as snow. Like, so who is this? Keep going.
And his eyes were a flame of fire.
And his eyes were a flame of fire. Now,
I believe.
right, this man got these blue eyes. Who is this? Keep going.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
Grass is brown. Right? You have brown skin. I have brown skin. We all have brown skin up here, boy.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if it burned in a furnace. A really dark-skinned man like me. Right? Go ahead.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
He had a really powerful voice. The sound of many waters. He spoke with a commanding authority.
That's it!
Right? That's it, right? So, those two scriptures in the sound let us know that, number one, Jesus don't look like this. This man right here, the son of Pope Alexander VI, his name is Cesare Borgia, right? They use his image as the image of the Messiah in the Bible. Right. So if you go onto Netflix or some of these different series, the Borgia, it's an actual TV show you can watch, and they have a guy on there. His name is Cesare. This was Pope Alexander's son. This ain't no Jesus Christ, right? But they use his image as the Messiah, right? They use his image as the Messiah. right? This man right here was a blatant homosexual, right? And he dilly-dallied in incest with his sister, right? And I do mean dilly-dally, right? Right? Yeah, look at those scriptures right there, hermano.
You want to read Hebrews 11?
We'll read it for you. Come on.
Let's go 20, 11, 25.
Let's see what doctrine he's going to come with today. Come on.
You said which one? 20.
Yeah, Hebrews 11, 25.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 25. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
That is what you see here. So how do you? So what is sin in the Bible? What does sin mean? What's sin? And what's that?
Everything you got.
So is God confusion? He's not confusion, right? He's not the author of confusion, right? So that means that he would have had to tell us what sin is in the Bible. So we're going to read for you what sin is in the Bible. Who got it first?
This is the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. It says, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
Right, so sin is the transgression of the law. So the laws of God that were written over here in the so-called Old Testament, those laws are still in play, even over here. So something like homosexuality, that's a sin. Automatic sin, right? Right? The only difference is that right now, there's not a standing temple and priest to be able to go and execute that judgment. But in the sight of God, he's going to judge those people that live in that sin right now. He's going to judge them. Now, he can judge them today. He can give them diseases, right? Or they can get into a car accident. Or somebody can rob them and shoot them. Those are all judgments, right? Go ahead.
The book of Romans, chapter 6 and verse 23. For the wages of sin is death.
So the tallying up of different sins ultimately is going to lead to death. If you are eating shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster, and you keep doing it like, hey man, ain't nothing happened to me yet. But the Bible tells us that, but listen, very important. But the Bible tells us that we're going to get diseases that are not even written in the book. And we know that shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster, right? When we eat those things, our people get diseases heavy off of that. Right? It is what it is. And people can laugh all they want to. Right? Hey, you've already been marked. You've been told. It's funny. Right? You got cut in the scriptures early. Your husband pushing the stroller, but you've been doing all the talking. Right? And it tells us that the woman is the reason why our people are in the state that we're in now.
Right. That's right.
And then you want to try to figure out, man, why are you guys just so hateful? We're not hateful. It's the fact that you hate God. Tell your pastor to come out here and have the conversation. What happened? So listen, you have to fully come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of God. Oh, no, you're not there. So simple. Look at this. See this? Simple. Let me get the fringes and the numbers. Hold on. Listen.
That's what the gringo says.
Hold on. Stay in order. So, but listen, because if you have faith and you believe in something, hold on, stay right there. If you have faith and you believe, then you're going to follow what he tells you to do. You can't say you have faith and believe and then don't do the things he tells you to do. It doesn't go together.
That's with everybody.
That goes with the children of Israel. Because who got this covenant? The Israelites got the covenant, right? Yeah. Let me get Amos, you know what I want. Was it 3? Yep. So listen to this. And remember how we talked about those curses? And he said that, hey, if you don't follow these commandments, that these curses are going to be on you, right? So listen to this.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, hear this word that up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Israel is the only family that the Most High God has known. Out of all the families on the earth, he's only dealing with Israel.
It says, therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
He's going to punish us for all of our iniquities, right? So for breaking those laws, he's going to punish our people, right? Go ahead. Hold on. What you got? Hold on 1 second. We'll read this. One second.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Right, so he gave the law, statutes, and commandments to Israel. It was a way for us to be above all the other nations on the earth. And the Most High God, he never gave those to anybody else. He didn't show the so-called white man how to be great. He showed us how to be great. But our people rejected it.